This is the first time I'm having guava passion fruit yogurt form. It's very good, even if it doesn't look this way. But update on the channel. So far, the last video that was posted was 7 days ago and 6 hours. And it got 1.6 thousand views, 3.5% click-through rate, 2.2 minutes 21 seconds of the average view duration, and it's a 3 out of 8. Yeah, I only have 8 videos on this channel. But yeah, so far it's still getting views. It looks still pretty healthy. It's a linear formation for views, so that's good. There's no taper off, because usually what happens is it goes straight and then it tapers, so it still hasn't gotten to that point, which is good. The majority of the views are coming from the end screen, which is it's from the first video I posted, because that was the most popular one, so that's the one that's being recommended to it because I changed it. So my first video will always recommend the most recent video, as to make that one pop off a little bit quicker, and it has been working, so I'm happy about that. I only got 3 subscribers from that one, and the engagement is 35.3% for average percentage viewed. And wow, this video must be like semi a flop, because there's 0% conversion for end screen element rate on this one, whereas the channel average is 17.3. I had another video that my scriptwriter went ahead and wrote, but I had him fix some things, and then right when I was ready to fix my own things, I realized it still needs to be addressed and fixed more, just because no matter how much I make these changes, that's not the whole point. The point is for him to be able to do it, not for me always to be doing that part of the work. And so I went ahead and recorded a Loom video, addressed what had to be addressed, like how he can go ahead and make the changes for the script, how it can be told in a better story, so it's not too, I guess, boring or stagnant. And then I even fixed one of the paragraphs. I think I talked about this a few days back, but I just want to mention it again. And because what was happening in the video was, let's say like it's a top 10 video, it's about the fastest humans in the world, whatever. You don't want to start off with that first person, like over there, or typically, maybe that's a bad example, but like basically he was giving away the ending in the beginning, which just isn't, that's not what you want out of a video. Although yes, you want the answer, but for it to be a well-performing video, a good video, it just isn't enough. And I should have been a lot more strict earlier, but I think now is a good time, because we got a chance to go ahead and develop and see how he works as a writer. And I'm also, I'm excited about this video topic just because it was a well-performed video for other channels as well too. And I worked really hard on a thumbnail. That thumbnail was like 5 hours, and I think I did it I did it like within the first week that I moved here to Houston. So the 14th, within the week of the 14th of April, that thumbnail's been done for about 2 weeks, and so I want to make sure it's done right. And then moving forward, all the other topics that I chose are finally going to be they're different topics and they're new, so it's not just about that niche, but now I'm going heavy on researching completely different niches and making videos on those topics, because they haven't been recreated in this niche. Now this can either be a flop or it can be good, but it's always worth testing things out. And it's like, I have nothing to lose on this channel. There's literally 8 videos up. I have less than 300 subs. I'm over halfway to my goal for hours. And yeah. Now back to thumbnails. The second recent video I posted, which was April 19th, that one hasn't been performing too well. It has only 922 views, which is literally the only channel that is in the 3 digits. All of them surpass, all the channels are at least at 1.5, or okay, 1.1. The 1.1 was the least viewed video. After that, and then 1.5. And then 1.6, that one. But 900 is way too, it's too low for what it is, and it definitely had to do with my thumbnail. I worked really hard on a thumbnail, and it was just me trying to do something a little bit too different that maybe the niche didn't want or didn't need. I guess it might have been a little bit too different that people just glanced at it and didn't think of it as that niche, because there's certain characteristics of thumbnails that I've noticed that have something, and I guess if that certain characteristic is there, I should always go ahead and keep it. And I'm trying to be a little bit vague on this just because I want this channel to be more low-key, but I went ahead and changed that characteristic and literally made it almost a replica of my first thumbnail, although the colors are a little bit off. And as far as results go, let me go back to click-through rate. Yeah, so the average click-through rate since posting, 3%, and I made the change, I don't remember when I made it. Maybe it was, actually, I think I made this change yesterday, so yeah, I'm like 13 days overdue. But yesterday it was at 1.7% click-through rate, 11 a.m. And then today, 11 a.m., 1.8. So I guess it went up 0.1%. And then as of right now, it's at 2.1%. So it seems to be slowly rising. And I'm going to go ahead and see what happens with this one, because I definitely think this one has good potential, but not enough people are clicking on it because of the thumbnail. And those that do click on it are watching it just as much as the first one. So this one is a 42.5% click-through rate. And 42.5% APV. And this other one, 50.4%. Okay, a bit off. But yeah, my first video and that video right there are they're basically replicas. All I did was change one word. Yeah, all I did was change one word, and then I made it about a minute longer. 54 seconds longer. And yeah, that's about it. As far as editing goes, I went ahead and talked to my editor on Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days ago. I let him know that the next script would be up by the end of this weekend, and then the end of the weekend came, and then I had to go ahead and just make those adjustments. So I let him know, hey, it's going to take a little bit longer just because I'm trying to go ahead and perfect this and make it a lot better. And changes I made for him during that session, because I didn't talk to him in a month, was showing him other channel inspirations on how some edits should be done, not to like copy that, but more so he gets an idea. And one of them has to do with like a film overlay or a film burn, a film transition. So if I transition from one scene to another, instead of it being like a cross dissolve or random like transitions that come installed in the editor, which he doesn't do, he'll use like a film burn. So it'll go ahead and I don't know how to explain it, but it'll be like a burn all over the page, and then the next scene will happen. And I thought that was like a cool effect, not to be overused, but to implement it just because it'll look nicer. It's a nice change of scenery. Then also to deal more with music, because this time I went ahead and I'm trusting him with music selection, because that'll go ahead and alleviate a lot off my plate. And once that happens, I can go ahead and save that 1.5 hours of me doing that and leverage for him to do that. As far as pay goes, it's still been the same. $20 $20 has been the bare minimum, because that's what I used to pay for at least 8 to 10-ish minute videos. And now, since these videos are like less than half of that, some have been 4 minutes, 5 minutes. This most recent has been 6.5 minutes. I'm still stuck with that rate, because just to have like some sort of flat to not go below it. And that's what's been going on. So I'm this will be a good title for this: slow down to speed up. And with that, goodbye.